Good morning, guys. It's Sharon, and I want to let you guys know that I made a few of my old tutorial videos public again. So if you want to go back and look at them, they will help you in your reborning process if you choose to use air dry paints. I have Andy here with me, but I laid everything out that you're going to need for starting a reborn. Besides the kit and the body, this is everything that you're going to need. So I thought I would start with the brushes. These are the ones that I mainly use. I apply the paint on the vinyl with this big wide nylon brush and then pounce it on with my cosmetic wedge, which looks like that. I'll get back to that one later, but brushes. So I apply my paint with this nylon-y one, and I mix my paint with this mop brush, and I also use it to apply paint to the vinyl sometimes too. And then I have this smaller mop brush, this red one right here, that I use for blushing and some creasing. And I have this, which is actually a nail art brush, which I paint my hair with and my eyebrows with. And then I have this little script liner to do the fine details. Okay, so here is what you're going to need to paint with air dry paints. First of all, you're going to need distilled water, and I mix my paints in these little Pyrex glass custard dishes, and I start by putting I guess about a quarter of a cup of distilled water, and then I add the glass and tile medium, which is what helps the paint to stick to the vinyl, and then I use a variety of folk art acrylics, matte acrylics, to mix my own colors. And you're going to need toothpicks to flick off any unwanted pooling paint or specks. You use the toothpick to get that off the vinyl. And you can mix some of the glazing medium if you need the paint to flow more, like for the hair. I sometimes mix some of that in. And I use air dry gloss for the nails and the lips, and I'm hearing that this is getting harder to find. I hope not, because I've been using it for years. And then I finalize my baby with thinning medium, and I use it as a matte varnish, and then I bake it in my New Wave oven. Yeah. So I was telling you the way I get my mottling is I take a pair of tweezers. Usually I use the slanted edge one for getting the point in the wedge, and then I pluck holes in the sponge to get the mottling effect. Okay, and then I use these stir sticks to stir the glass and tile medium because it settles to the bottom, so you're going to need these wooden craft sticks. Okay, and getting to, you're going to need a drying rack for your parts so that you can put the head, the two arms, and the two legs on here as your paint dries. I use this wooden one. I've had it for years. And okay, this is the glue gem tack that I use to glue the inside of the eyelashes if I root my eyelashes. And this E6000 is what I use for my magnetic pacifiers, and I use these big ones on the inside of the mouth, and I use these little ones for the pacifier. I also use the rectangular ones that Bountiful Baby sells. And of course, these are the cable ties to attach your vinyl parts to the cloth body. And then once I get them on the cloth body and tighten them to my desired tightness, I clip the ends with these cuticle nippers so that they're nice and smooth at the ends. These are called cuticle nippers. Okay, next is what you're going to use for your weighting material. These are fine glass beads, and I use these fine glass beads to weight the arms and the legs, and then I top it off with polyfill. You don't really need the caps. The polyfill keeps everything in there, so I don't buy the caps. And then for the body, starting with the head, I take a nylon knee-high stocking and I put it inside of a glass, and I fill poly pellets. These are called poly pellets. I get them at Michael's. And then I also use steel balls to add weight. And then I surround that bag with polyfill in the body so that you don't feel it. I do the same thing for the head and for the body. So that's how I do my weighting. And I think I have covered everything. So I hope this was helpful to you guys. And like I said, I put my other tutorials back online so you can go back and refer to them if you would like to start reborning using my method. My method is permanent. I use probably 20 to 30 layers of very, very thin paint, followed by a baking of the thinning medium in my new wave oven. And my new wave oven I use in the garage because I don't want any fumes in my house because I think it's dangerous. So yeah, you can get them on eBay, new wave ovens, for like $50. Yeah. But if you do get a new wave oven, make sure that it has the extender ring because you want the heating element, which is on top, to be further away from the vinyl parts, which are at the bottom. So yes, the extender ring is important. And I line the bottom of my new wave oven with a soft towel because you don't want the vinyl touching the sides, the metal sides. So that's it, folks. So if you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them, and I hope this was helpful to you guys. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.